Today's episode is called More Fun with Bluetooth. Yes, another unconventional usage for Bluetooth technology. I love it. I love Bluetooth. This is such a great thing. Actually, it's kind of a hobby of mine in a way. All right, so today I'm going to show you what I do quite often, and I've had some people ask me about that, and they were very intrigued. Some local radio guys, actually, I've turned them onto this, and they really like this. So what I like to do is I like to sometimes go out into the yard, out into the patio, or maybe even into the garage, and I want to listen to my radio, whether it's CB radio, whether it's shortwave radio, or AM/FM radio. And why I like to do this is because then I can work around and I can have a little bit of background noise, whether it's the CB, whether it's the shortwave or the AM/FM radio, and I can enjoy my stuff out and about in the yard. So first of all, we'll start off with the AM/FM radio aspect of it. Okay, so what you're saying is yeah, sure, I could always put a radio in my garage or a radio out on the patio and whatnot, but and still listen. But if I'm out in the yard, digging in dirt or something, I can't really hear it very well. Well, this is where this comes into play. What I like to do is I'll take like like one of these Sony speakers or one of the Anchor speakers. This is a good sounding speaker. This is more suited for indoor use though, because it's not water resistant or proof. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of throw this out in the lawn and do my yard work while I'm digging in the garden or whatever, and then I can listen to whatever's going on AM/FM. Go over here. Geez, what's on
the windows into our deepest selves.
And I got a lot of noise in here right now because of the power lines. But yeah, so this works out really well. Well, you're like, Mike, why can't I just take a portable radio outside? Well, I guess you could. But depending on your speaker setup, whatever you're using, you can get actually a lot more fidelity like this. And it just works out really well. I also like to use this on my shortwave radio. Sometimes I'm in a shortwave radio mood. So I'll plug this into the old Drake R8, and for this particular application, I'll take like this Miccus swivel jack or the Teotronics transmitter, and I will plug that into a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch reducer. You younger folks probably know this is a 3.5 millimeter. So what I'll do is I'll take and I'll plug that into there, and I'll go straight in the front on my headphone jack.
This is nothing new.
And now I can set it to a frequency that I like, and I can walk around the yard listening to BBC, Voice of America, radio, whatever, okay? So that works out really well for that. Okay, the next one, and this is probably the one that I actually use the most, and I use it on my CB radio. You can also use that on your ham radio if you want to do that, because I do that too as well. And what I'll do is I will get my radio onto a channel that I want to listen to. Maybe I want to listen to the boys up on 38, and so I'll do this. I'll go over to 38, I'll go over to sideband. Sometimes I'll squelch it up to where I don't hear the static. And then when somebody says something, they break through, and I can hear it up there on my JBL while I'm out in the yard or on the patio or whatever, or in the garage. So I really like to do that. And I like to do that when the skip conditions are in, like either on the ham bands or on the CB bands. And then what I can do is I can sit and listen to the DX and actually get something accomplished in the day. Because quite honestly, when you talk on these things with your buddy and you're trying to get work done, you don't get much work done. So anyway, that being said, I like to do that. And currently on this setup, I'm using the Miccus RTX 2.0. And I've got a video on this thing where I pulled off like 400-foot range on this. And of course, the transmitter being in the house and back here in the radio room, I'm going to have issues with these walls and stuff, and it's going to cut my range down. But even with this limited range and this external antenna on the back, I can still cover my whole yard. So I can get out there and get stuff done. Sometimes it's nice to maybe have a rig like this where you can change antennas out, and you can use an extension. Well, this is kind of an extended range antenna, they call it, and once in a while that'll work for me, depending on conditions and where this stuff is placed. So anyway, the CB radio, the shortwave radio, the AM/FM radio, and if necessary, even the ham radio. All right, many uses for Bluetooth. Thanks for watching. I will leave links to all of this stuff down below. So for the Miccus, the Teotronics, the Sony, the JBL, the Miccus, and the Anchor. I really like the sound of that, actually. And all right, thanks for watching.